Why do YouTubers do this? They set up the camera and they come out of nowhere. What's going on, guys? I actually like that a lot. I'm not hating. What is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Diabetes Daily Hustle. And by the title of this video, yes, we're gonna figure out who I am, where I'm from, how long I've been living here, where do I live, where do I work, how do I work, what other things do I like doing? You know, I don't find it a coincidence that my non-diabetic loved ones say, Alawi or Ali, Alawi is what they call me at home for the Arabic speaking people, say you should make a video that doesn't have to be about diabetes, like something that's non-diabetes related about your life. But diabetes is my life. Now, if they're saying other stuff I like doing, now you're speaking my language. 1996, I arrived. 21 years later, damn, I'm grateful I survived. We wasn't supposed to get past 25. Joke's on you, mup. We alive.
1985, I arrived. 33 years, damn, I'm grateful I survived. We wasn't supposed to get past 25. Joke's on you. We alive.
I keep moving. I'm trying to make this as entertaining as possible. 1996, November 3rd is when moi was born. I'm such a good rapper, ain't I?
It's that you're talented and you know how to rap well.
I can make shit rhyme if I'm feel like, even if I don't.
Yeah, that's part of me. I love hip hop. I'm a huge hip hop fan. I don't know much about hip hop. I just pretend that I'm a hip hop cultured person, but in reality, I'm a non-cultured swine, I guess you can say. I just pretend I like J Dilla and Odyssey to sound like super like hip hop brainiac, but in reality I just listen to the same people: J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, 50 Cent, The Game, Dr. Dre. I need a doctor because I have diabetes. So November 3rd, 1996, I was born in a country called Iraq, Baghdad. Is that what you think of when you think of Arabic people? In Iraq, I lived with my brother, who is the oldest out of us. He is 31. My sister, who's 27 right now, she has a kid, she's married. My brother, who is married, doesn't have a kid. I don't usually talk about my family a lot because as someone who follows Gary Vee, I'm obviously gonna talk about Gary Vee if I'm talking about important things in my life, because he is important in my life. He's the reason why you guys are watching these vlogs and I talk about diabetes content. Is he says that we don't need to talk about outside sources of our life if we're content creators or in a certain space. He is a prime example of that. He is the king content creator, master, God, and he never talks about, his mom or barely about his dad or never shows his kids, and that's okay. But I just wanted to show that for information. So when we were living in Iraq, we were living during the war and the dictatorship of Saddam Hussein. I'm sure you guys have heard of him. Crazy. Steph. 2 years later, this guy, that's me, we went to, let me remember, I don't remember, but they told me, my family, it was me, my sister, my mom, and brother, us four. My dad stayed back home in Iraq because of immigration stuff. And basically, at 2 years old, the guy you saw in the last picture, me, we went to Jordan, and then we went to Vienna, Austria. I don't know if that's where Arnold used to live or was born. I really don't know. Can't go straight from Iraq to San Diego. Our goal was to come to here, San Diego, because this is where our family lives. Grandma, aunt, sister, cousin, blah, 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 blah. So after 6 months of living in Austria and trying to get immigration right and living with a family friend and all of us, and it was like a big mess, we came to San Diego, Spring Valley or La Mesa, I can't remember in particular. We lived with my grandma with about like 6 other people in a 2-bedroom apartment. Yes, that classic immigrant story. That's why I relate to Gary Vee. He had the same exact story. That's my nephew. Yeah, we're family people. Wait, don't leave. I got more photos. To make this shorter and sweeter, at around, basically, I lived in Spring Valley, La Mesa. I went to Murdoch Elementary. I was like the only Arab kid there. Back when I was the only Arab kid, it was only my 2 cousins that were 2 other Arabs in school. Now, if you guys don't know, it's the complete opposite. There's Arabs everywhere. Some would say it's tragedy, but I can say that because I'm Arab, but don't say that if you're not, okay? You hurt my feelings. Murdoch Elementary, only Arab kid. Really, like, I was just that delusional. And what I mean by delusional, like, weird kid is I was always super ambitious ever since I first came to the country, as long as I could remember. Maybe as my little cousin's age, Jaden. He's about 8 and he reminds me of me. He just talks a lot. He's super energetic. And that wasn't the only thing. America hooked me on its drugs. What do I mean by drugs? Not food. We'll talk about that later. I mean, like, when I came here and I watched the WWE and I watched wrestlers like my favorites, like The Undertaker, Kane, Triple H, John Cena, I was like, I want to be them. I'm not them though. I'm Ali. So I watched them, and that was the big phase in elementary. Everyone wanted to be a WWE wrestler or a baseball player, basketball player. That's super normal, and every adult will look at you like, pat you on the head. Oh, you're so cool. You're gonna grow up and get over that stuff. Well, I didn't. It was like the end of like the beginning of 6th grade, and I finally like got out of that zone. Like, I don't want to be a wrestler. While everyone was still looking at me weird in like 4th grade, like, hey, you know that stuff's fake. I'm like, I know it's fake, but I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be the next Iron Sheik. You see, you feel me? I would like push my dreams beyond like when people would stop dreaming. I just kept going, and I didn't like train for it. I was a kid. I just watched them, had the belts, and I would choke slam my friends and hurt someone, and yeah, it was just, I was obsessed with The Undertaker.
Mysterio in the wake of The Undertaker.
So we moved to El Cajon after elementary, and El Cajon, I guess, like, for my perspective and what I've seen, it's kind of the more hood compared to Spring Valley, La Mesa, Rancho San Diego. That it's really not hood. Like, I'm from Iraq. We've seen worse. Like, it's just not as pretty. So I lived there. I went to Emerald Middle School, and I got exposed to a lot of different, like, you know how middle school kids are. They're assholes. I was that too. 7th grade came along, and I watched LeBron James play basketball, and I was like, I want that. I want to be him. I want to be that guy playing and have my own bubble gum and dunk on people. So that was the thing in middle school. Everyone wanted to play in the NBA, and I was like one of the worst players in basketball, but my dreams were still like, I'm going to play in the professional league. No one would pick me up. Even in middle school basketball, everyone made the team, I would still get picked last, and I took it so seriously, like crazy, and I would train. Wait. Random elementary photo. That's me. I think 3rd grade. My uncle bought me this shirt. He's so nice. You're actually supposed to return these, the ones that you don't buy, but I kept them, so I'm a thief. Sorry, Murdoch. Those are really expensive. Yo, how long is this vlog, man? For real, I have such a fear of making these long. Thanks for tuning in. So that was the big thing. Everyone wanted to play basketball, and then 8th grade, I still kept that mentality. My brother got me a basketball hoop. I played basketball all day long at the recreational park, which I now work at. Me, past kids, soccer, indoor. I don't play soccer. Basketball coach too. 9th grade came along. I didn't make the basketball team. Tried out twice that year. Got cut twice. 10th grade came along. Tried out twice. Didn't make it. 11th grade came along and didn't make it. 12th grade came along and I only tried out once. I didn't try out that summer, obviously, and I didn't make it. And all those years, I would say sophomore to the end of beginning of senior year, I was training like a maniac with basketball. I was in that mentality, I'm gonna make the league. While everyone was shedding away from that, starting to realize and have self-awareness, where I was honestly pretty delusional, but I kind of am grateful for that. Everyone's like, I'm not playing pro, I'm just playing to have fun. Why don't you play to have fun, Ali? Everything you want to do has to be freaking professional level. You can see the insanity in my room. Insane. Obviously, I'm insane. It's a good thing. Vlog. That's my dad. Random elementary photo time. Etnies for life. That high school story of me getting cut 100 times, I love telling the kids that play on my basketball team who I coach for and say, hey, Coach Ali didn't make the basketball team 4 times. I wear that like a battle scar on my scarlet letter, and I love it, and I love the chip on my shoulder because that forever changed my life. And I thank those coaches, not in person, but internally. Whenever I'm trying to get those reps in and they're getting hard, I think about that, and I love my failure. So that happened 12th grade. What is this channel called? The Diabetes Daily Hustle. Well, you guessed it. At 12th grade, when I was turning 18 at November, it was like November 3rd, 2014, if I'm right. I can't even remember the exact diagnosis. I got some carne asada fries, I ate some cake, I had some soda, and I was eating like a maniac. I was thirsty, I could barely get up the steps, and I was like, something is wrong with me because I could drink the whole Pacific Ocean right now. Not filtered. Gross. A couple weeks after my 18th birthday, maybe 2 weeks, I was in the doctor's office, and that's when I was told I had type 1 diabetes. Little did I know, my life changed forever! And I want to say this as a huge thing. I'm not saying this to make myself look like Macho Man, Iron Man, Brandy Savage Man, whatever wrestler. I don't even know who that is. I know Gary Vee likes him. I was actually pretty optimistic when I got diagnosed. I sound like a broken record. I've said it like on Instagram. I've told my little cousins. I've told my friends. And I say that because that's just how I am, and I'm built with optimism. Whenever I'm going through a tough time, I actually genuinely get excited, embrace it, and know that something good is going to happen after, because I will take action after. I'll at least stop talking about that. You're not a therapist. I was in the car driving, and if you had a camera following me when I got diagnosed, you would say like, yeah, this kid looks really depressed. But I only put that face on because I am a bit of a drama queen, and I like when I am going through things, and I want to embrace those. I'm almost like an actor. Like, I like it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm down, I'm depressed. But inside, I was like, and all those who look down on me, I'm tearing down your balcony. I truly felt like there's gonna be a huge reason why I got diagnosed, or I'm gonna make it a reason for all the people that don't like reason thingies, you know, happen for a reason. I'm gonna make it a good reason, and this is gonna be the reason why I inspire the world or whatever. I didn't verbalize it yet at that age, but now I'm starting to kind of get to that conclusion. 18 years old, diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. A year later, I realized I had the worst, horrible relationship with food. After I got diagnosed, I was like, I want to get in the best shape of my life. But you know what I kept doing? I kept eating and eating and eating. I love food. And that's why when people tell me I love food too much to eat a certain lifestyle. Now, regardless, I've been getting a lot of flack about Dr. Bernstein. I'm not going to talk about low carb. I'm going to address that probably here too. So stay tuned for that. Whether you're vegan, keto, Bernstein, if it fits your macros, you have to restrict some sort of thing, or you have to sacrifice some sort of pleasure or some kind of eating way to get to your goal of weight loss, insulin sensitivity, better health, longevity in general. You have to sacrifice something. So I did the if it fits your macros, meaning like I would eat whatever I wanted. It was flexible diet, you know, adjusted macros. I did keto. What did I do? I went vegan for like a day though. No offense. And then fourth, what else did I try? I hired an online coach from Jason Poston, type 1 diabetic, bodybuilder, physique. I still binged ate. I ran across binge eating when I hired a personal trainer, and there was no coincidence that binge eating started when I started taking fitness seriously. I was becoming obsessive. 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's who I am. I'm an obsessive character that needs to work on. Ooh, squirrel. Was part of that, okay? And then as I was turning basically end of 19, I can't really remember, or basically beginning of 20, I started falling in love with Gary Vee. Don't have a girlfriend. Falling in love with Gary Vee. That's the important thing. And yourself! Seriously. Thank you for staying tuned. So Gary Vee is basically an entrepreneur, author, investor. He's an Uber of humans, okay? Check him out.
I think the world lacks optimism. I think, you know, everyone's like, your energy.
And he doesn't really I didn't only learn things about him in terms of entrepreneurial, and I can so get it. This is one of my biggest fears about what I am is I get caught up in what's hot right now for our age group. And you can tell from watching this vlog from WWE, but I kept going, it was burnt, and I kept staying with it. Basketball, I was the first advocate, I'm gonna play in the league, and I was convinced, and I was delusional. I was 5'6", never made a freaking high school team. Got cut 6 freaking times. Okay, and now it's the whole entrepreneurial small business, I'm a founder, I'm gonna find an app. And to be honest, I do want to give myself props because I've always been that driven person. Obviously you can tell with vlogs, podcasts, I'm a go-getter. I'll acknowledge myself. I'm not really good at acknowledging myself, and I'm not trying to create a crazy app or make a freaking $1 million. I just want to speak my truth about diabetes, and as of right now, I don't know where I'm going. That's the conversation that's very vulnerable for me, and I tell it to my closest friends. I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know if I'm just vlogging to brand myself, to eventually write a book down in the future, have a great podcast, or maybe work for that person that I believe in their vision and become their number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as Gary Vee talks about. Self-awareness. Not everyone is a number 1. So, and that's okay. That doesn't mean I failed. That's been my big thing. I'm just trying to understand that I have a long way to go, and I need to taste things like it's food. Career choices is food. You gotta try a bunch of different things, even if it's freaking high carb and lots of sugar. Come here, little man, let me talk with ya. Yeah, you can tell I like J. Cole. So 19 came and I actually skipped a huge part of my life. I tried to become, or I wanted to become, a music producer / rapper in hip hop. I went to my cousins. I was like, look, man, I want to learn how to make beats. I'm gonna be the next Timbaland. I'm gonna be. Or Saturday. Oh my God. I'ma be. And I really took this rap thing seriously. Like from the first day on the get-go, I was like, I'm gonna learn how to make beats. I'm gonna start writing rhymes. And I was writing rhymes before I learned how to make beats. And that was the thing too. And it still is. Like either you're a rapper or entrepreneur, and you can tell I'm very sporadic. I'm a chicken with my head cut off. This vlog might be gone tomorrow, so please unsubscribe. No, seriously, don't unsubscribe. Nonetheless, though, I took music really seriously, and that took me pretty, I don't have any regrets with it. I learned how to, harness the artistic side in me, and I love hip-hop till this day. I'm in, and I put Common here because, this represents career and enjoyment in your career. Let's get some more hip-hop. We got some Dre. We got Kendrick. Derrick Rose isn't a rapper. Uh-oh, no more rappers. Oh my God, no more rappers. So that was a big thing for me, learning how to make beats and trying to collaborate with other people. I didn't take it that far. And this was as I was learning how to manage everything with the Diabuddies. And I came to grips that I had a horrible relationship with food. Every time I would try to make a beat, I would go to the kitchen and have a snack and eat something and constantly go to the gym. And I found myself enjoying fitness more and trying to learn about my health. And I started shedding away from music and more daily. And the truth always comes out. I stopped making music. I only did it because of a bandage. I wanted to be someone, wanted to be famous. Don't blame me, okay? I'm famous in my own way. I got my own blog. I can literally sit here and talk for 5 hours straight. So I don't know how long I'm gonna make this. I literally don't write any of this stuff down. I just go off the hip. We will continue my diabetes progress tomorrow. I mean, I do that every day. It's okay if I chill out and talk about my life. It's cool. What else did I want to say? I was back into really wanting to get in good shape. I started doing Insanity again. I got my first job at Bonds as a courtesy clerk. I wore a nice apron and I was bagging stuff. I was like, I hate this job, man. I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. I was sweeping the floors, and I was in that hip hop mode. And then after that job, I got called in to work at the place where I used to play at all the time. It's a recreational park in El Cajon. So I do work there. I try to keep it private as possible. And now I work with my aunt as well as a job coach for people that are either mentally or physically disabled, but that's very limited hours. It's both part-time. So I have 3 part-time jobs that are scattered everywhere. I'm a very scattered person, but also very organized. I don't know how to explain that. That's really confusing. Leave me alone. Let me vlog, people. Okay? And on the weekends, I do this. I work with old people. For people that have been watching the vlog a while, I always say I just came back from picking up my old people. Yeah, bump the hip hop. Most of them are Arab Americans, and I pick them up from their home. This is what my mom does for a living, including my dad, but my mom also stays in that center. It's not a retirement home. They're there for the day, 7 days a week. My dad works 7 days a week. My mom 6 days a week. I give her a day off on Sunday. I go there Saturday too, some weekdays if I'm free. I'll pick them up from their home, take them to the place, and then come back here and work on diabetes content all day long, all night.
If it's alright.
I wanna kick you. What's up? This is my mom. Mom, come say hi.
Hi, how are you?
No one's here. Close that. Talking later. So, I'm 21, yes, I live with my parents. I don't think that's worth acknowledging. And that was my mom. You guys saw my dad. You saw my brother and sister in a photo somewhere. So I forgot to mention, as my dad was back in Syria, he left Iraq while we were here in America. That was a 10-year gap from basically when I was 3 years old to 12 years old. I did not see my dad. We spoke on the phone. I kind of had pictures of him, and pow! I went to go visit him. That was my dad. That was me wearing a Goldberg shirt, obviously WWE times. And we went and met, not halfway, but he left Syria to come to Jordan because we had family there. We could stay there. And that was me riding a fake camel. That's us in America eventually as he came here. Dad, brother, me wearing a suit, looking fly. Look at that. I work at the park. I'm 21 now. My birthday is in November, as I said a million times. I'm going to be 22 this year. And working with my aunt and working with my mom on the weekends. My current next plans are I really don't know. I'm trying to sit down and figure that out, whether that's going to college and pursuing something in a sense of helping the diabetes community, because I feel like I have a strength around that in terms of mentality, psychology, health, whatever it is. Sometimes this subject does drive me nuts in the sense of the politics of health. That's why I kind of move away and want to escape. Let's get to the Bernstein politics really quick. So I made this post, and I know that I get flack nowadays for talking about Bernstein. Someone commented, a huge influencer in this space. Someone reposted my post, and she saw it, commented, and that kind of bugged me out today because I don't want people thinking that I'm shaming people for eating carbs or shaming people from eating a certain lifestyle. I want to set this clear and straight. I was gonna put the recording on here. I'm putting it on Instagram today, but follow me on Instagram. The link is in the description. And I really want to set the point straight. I'm documenting my journey. I'm showing people what I do on a daily basis. Sometimes, yes, my videos can come off, or they do come off, because I get in the zone of, I'm going to give people advice, I'm going to bring value, which is a bad idea because I'm 21, 3 years of diabetes. I don't know jack shit. And I'll give people advice on why I use syringes or that, but I need to word myself better and say, this is what I do, and this is why I do things. Follow me for the next gazillion years, because I'm going to be documenting for a long time, and the truth always wins at the end. I'm not saying I'm going to win, but if I lose, I was meant to lose. And I respect people in the way they eat, vegan, carb, low, keto, whatever. My friends that we went to Disneyland, all of them eat like complete opposite of the way I do, which is bolus for whatever you want, eat whatever you want, enjoy the foods. And I don't look at them weird. I might make jokes. They make jokes about what I do, but I respect them and love them because of who they are, not because of what they eat. And I don't look down upon them. I want to have friends, man. I know that someone who follows Bernstein seems extreme ideology, but I don't know everything. I respect what people do. I need to learn more. I'm humble. And I'm not saying that just to come off as humble. Sometimes, yeah, my brain goes, why the heck are these people eating this way? We have type 1. We need to like really buck up and be super strict with ourselves because this disease is strict. Nonetheless, I appreciate you guys watching. This is not the end of the vlog. I'm going to introduce you to one of my best friends who, I'll tell you when we get there. Basically, we're going to go to the beach later. It's Sunday. Stay tuned.
Like content-wise?
Yeah, like what would you want to hear? Like, would you want to hear certain questions about how
I'm pretty
they
sure
met?
people don't know how, like, people know you're 21 years old, right?
Yeah, I told them that 100 times in this
how
vlog.
you started to get into diabetes? TV? Like,
Today,
why
this vlog, they kind of figured it out.
Hey, since we're talking about, and let's be real, like how you're feeling and shit, you know what I'm saying? Just like, we all get feelings of your intention.
They don't know a lot of things, even after 400 videos.
Like, we gotta brainstorm. Like, there's a bunch of things. Anyways, do you want to talk about specifically something?
Hold this. This is Hassan.
Yeah.
The guy I was talking about. It's awkward time. Hassan, tell them who you are and how we met.
What's up, guys? I'm Hassan. Me and Ali met because of music. So I actually reached out to this dude.
Wait, actually, I gotta tie my shoe. I want to show them that I'm tying my shoe. All right, hold on. Break time. There's a lot of ants. All right, Hassan, let's get straight to business. Let's play. People that don't know, Hassan is 19. We didn't go to the same school, but we went to the same gym. And we got introduced through a mutual friend. When I was making music, like I told you guys, I was in that mode. And I got introduced to him, took him to my studio. showed him how to make quick beats, and 2 years later, or 3 years? How old were you when we first came over?
But that's 2015. Yeah, it's 3 years now.
3 years later. So when I first got diagnosed, Hassan was around, and I didn't really talk to him that much about diabetes. Still, I feel like I haven't talked about a lot of stuff, but poor kid.
So
3 years.
3 years. So, anyways, I met Ali. We was making music in his garage, and I was having him. The funny, huh? Oh, that's the beat. I was having him actually. I remember this nigga. I was having him. I remember this guy. I was having him take pictures.
You said that word.
Hey, I forgot to say
a guy.
You gotta tell me, so I actually.
Because the kids be watching. I hope they are.
All right. I remember I was taking pictures at his house, like recording with the microphone, you know, regular microphone.
Yeah.
Bought it up in the refrigerator and had him take pictures of me, like, it was something. But yeah, I mean, we were young, so I mean, that's why I started. But Ali was like a coach.
I was Dre.
More like, for real, like a Dre.
I was like, hey, do it again. Do it again. Dude, I was a perfectionist in the studio, which is a bad thing.
He showed me Ableton, like that's the first time I seen it, because it was on.
What's
like,
Ableton?
Ableton is the software, music software.
Music software.
Studio software. So you can make anything, you know, musically. Yeah. He showed me that. That's what he had. I didn't know what the hell it was. Like it was pretty, just a whole bunch of weird shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I was like sophomore summer. It was like summer school. He picked me up from summer school. He would go to his house and just record and whatnot. And I still have those songs, by the way. But you know, Ali, the way he would make it sound to me, I never really heard his music. I never really heard his beats, like a few. He showed me a few, like, and I begged him for them.
That was very
like,
secretive.
J. Cole sample with the rain, like some really crazy shit. And like I wanted them, but
yeah.
This dude.
How did you feel about me back then making music? Like, did I seem determined? Like working? How did diabetes affect that? What did you see
Not
there?
gonna lie, like, cause now, like now that I know you talk to me about like, how you've outgrown music and realize that now.
Yeah.
Now, but when I met you and you were telling me that it was a time where you were stopping, like it was like that.
Oh, so when we hanged
like
out a lot, I was
like,
kind of outgrowing it.
You're outgrowing it.
Yeah.
I didn't really see that.
Cause I was still in there.
I didn't really see that. I just saw the fucking. Your work ethic was crazy, and I think that's all I needed to see, pretty much, to like get me to do my own shit.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it was like that genuine, like you want to be around people that you admire, that they're gonna help you grow. So it was like anytime we linked up, I learned something. It was crazy growth. I remember that summer. That was like, for me, that was like that summer I really had like a spiritual awakening. Like it was crazy when I started to make music, because that was something that ended up changing my life.
Yeah, because like, you would talk to me in the car.
Every person I met, everything was crazy. Like how everything just correlated. When I met you, took your advice, was in the gym, I was just getting my mind right. How I started going to your studio. Yeah. Suddenly, school started in the fall, and then the school studio opened up for me, and then whatnot. But yeah, because I mean, I started with you. And
I remember when you were in the car, you talked to me about like your struggles and everything, and I'll be like, dude, this guy does not know who he's talking to. I'm like, this is the same exact shit I was going through. I'm like, you have so much to go through. I was talking to him like I was 20 years older when I'm only like 2 years older than him. Yeah. But nonetheless, we are at, where are we? I forgot. OB. Ocean Beach. We decided to kind of both of us shut off. I'm kind of stressed out right now. I haven't really told you guys. Dex is being a little inaccurate. BG's not that great. I'm not really mindfully eating. I'm not eating bad. I'm just not mindfully eating. And today's a rest day, so that's hard for me. Nonetheless, let's play him a quick beat.
A beat or
I feel like I had one more question. No, play him options. Can you?
Yeah, I can play him options.
It's a secret song. He's playing it for you guys because he cares about the diabetes del hustle.
What's your favorite part of that song?
I love all of it. This is not options. I'm sorry, more.
More, okay.
More.
Alright, who's fine? No,
I forgot options.
Hey, I'll take that person though. You have a lot of shit on
More. That's the song. So Hassan produces his own stuff now, writes his own stuff. He's with a label called Don't Tell Me. I don't know why I'm blanking out right now. Don't tell me. D Blaze.
The Nation.
The Nation. I'm sorry.
Alright, because I don't really say the name.
I'm nervous.
To be honest, I don't really say the name that much. So
Yeah. No, I know you
I
don't.
don't say the Nation. I just say this is my squad. This is my team. You
That's
know?
his team.
But
He's
we
breaking up with me.
We go by the Nation. But let them know this is CJ right here.
Yeah. All right.
'Cause I made this beat.
Hold on,
at
let me
school.
hold it. I want them to hear it. All right, guys, we're gonna cruise around. I might put music over this and actually just take the song. It's been on a vlog. San Diego. Hold on. Pause the song. Okay, hold it. I'm gonna turn it around.
I need more, like I've never had before. Yes, I'm dreaming. What's it for? All I needed was support. On a mission, can't abort. I can't just skip it. 13 more. You just gotta stay the course. And the blessings come, of course. Let the rain hit you, don't go grab an umbrella. Chase your bag on the slack, can I have you so fed up? Get your mind right first, that's the real cheddar. Hella, I've been feeling better, living through these letters. Trying to get the lettuce, I prefer my shit is shredded. I'm a natural aesthetic, fuck with me, you won't regret it. I'm a medic, come to me when you are ready. More, I need more, like I've never had before. Yes, I'm dreaming, what I need, baby, you know all I need.
You guys are hearing the whole song, by the way.
On a mission, can't abort. I can't just skip it. 13th floor. You just gotta stay the course. Then the blessings come, of course.
The van lacing the rap with people busting these shots and I'm intellectual back. Gangsters moving silence, how's that? Cause I hear a lot of y'all bad rhymes on the track. I'm disappointed in that. That's why me and Stein had to break you off for the summer. Cover season and your ex don't claim you a lover. We don't claim you as brother. Brother, you woke but you ain't. Thinking free but you can't. We need more of the steak. Prime rib to stand. Juicy discussing some topics. Looking at all the options like Dr. Strange. The possibilities just a few minutes away. I mean, we're staying low, head down, we're the same. Cause I need more of people that's coming out of the woodworks. All of your feelings, sure hurt bull coming. And I gotta bless my brother and niece and nephew bringing the good work. Blood brothers.
I don't know CJ's name yet, man. Y'all will though. I need more.
That song is produced by Hassan. He wrote his verse. CJ's the other guy. He's one of the main guys.
CJ produced it too though.
Yeah.
He hopped on.
And
Always. Cause CJ always has his part in it, you feel me?
Yep.
But
I'm proud. I'm
they
proud
made
of
the beat,
him.
And then CJ came on, and then I like explaining this because that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
He came on and he changed the rhythm of the kicks, and
Boom boom.
he added more kicks, so it sounded more like rhythmic.
Yeah.
And then like this
Put it up
end
for
right
me.
here.
Seen it from a distance. You caught my eye too quick, like you were fishing. And I need more
of that, wherever it is. They so addicted, they so relentless, so conflicted, don't wanna listen. She a boss, she gon' tell me how it get in.
I need more of that. I'm addicted. Whatever it is, got me so conflicted. How you so predictive? Seen it from a distance. You caught my eye too quick, like you were fishing. And I need more. I need more, like I've never.
Living free in a mental prison. I'm trying to get them digits. Tell me, are you with it?
We ain't giving y'all no shine, no shine, no. We ain't giving y'all no shine, no shine, no. We ain't giving y'all no shine, no shine, no. No spots, no prime time, no. We ain't giving y'all no shine. You ain't coming on my TV show, yeah. You ain't.
Alright guys, it is the next day. I had a good time with Hassan at that beach. I hope you guys enjoyed that vlog, kind of getting to know my story. I have like a million other things I would love to say about me. And I can talk all day, obviously, if you've seen the vlog. So I appreciate you guys watching. Let me give you guys a tour of the house. So you know what they say in MTV Cribs. You ain't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. Bye.
Credit, it'll happen if you let it. It's encoded my genetic. I'm a blow.
Bye. Take 2, take 3. Bye. Make sure you hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
And I'm noticing everything. Give you my attention.